Points in the quarter. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Some changes for Boston. David Lee's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Marcus Smart comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Splitter. And it's Vasquez in for Ellis. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. And it's 7 points for Paul George.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Rozier. From deep three-point range, and that's not going to go. And the first half is... Welcome in. Back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Freak really making a difference here.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Yeah, he has, and he's really been a difference maker so far, and it wouldn't surprise me if they look his way a bit more to end this game.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Boston. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side, and it's Aminu in at the small forward position. So it's Boston now, following the score by Indiana. In the corner, Bradley with it. Shoots it up. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And so here is Indiana. Now the pass to Jones. Here's Ellis. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Thomas. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Boston shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And, guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And both free throws good for Thomas. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Q passes to Ellis, but they'll get another chance. Q, he's guarded by Thomas. Kicks it to Ellis. Just 5 on the clock. Splitter. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Here's Bradley. Great D that time from Q. Pacers leading by 12. Beyond the arc. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now, here's Bradley. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Bradley. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw good from Avery Bradley. Amir Johnson's checked in for the Celtics. Jay Crowder comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Then for the Pacers, Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Splitter. Hansborough's come in for Terrence Jones. And it's C.J. Miles in for Ellis. And so here is Indiana. 10-point lead. George passes to Q. Indiana again missing. And for the Celtics, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. That cuts the lead to single digits. Crowder's got his first 2 points.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. The Pacers fourth.
This team takes smart three-point shots. That's one of the reasons, Kevin, they're amongst the league leaders in three-point percentage. They don't just hoist up crazy threes. They get quality looks from behind that arc.
Some changes for Boston. Lee's checked in for Zeller, and Smart subbed in for Bradley. Passes it to Crowder. Over to the left wing. And there's the 3-second violation.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Paul George. He's averaging 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Vasquez, he's checked in for Indiana. So it's the Pacers now. It's a 10-point game.
Move the ball.
Hugh passes to Hill. To the left side wing. Here is Miles, defended by Crowder. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Tries it from the top of the key. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's a 12-point Indiana lead. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. In the corner, Smart with it. From past the arc. Shot is no good. And Indiana will come the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Dishes it to Hansbrough. Out to the right wing. Indiana moving it around. Here's Q. Off target from three-point range.
He had 6 points from long. Long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
In the corner, Smart with it. Outside Thomas. Out left to the wing. Launches it. Smart misses. Indiana leading by 12. Q. He's guarded by Thomas. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Q passes to Hill. An easy layup after coming off the pit.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Smart misses. The Pacers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Pass to Miles. Lets it fly from 18. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Celtics trail by 16. It's tipped. It's stolen by Vasquez. Now the Pacers moving it up. No good from outside. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now here's Thomas. Tight defense on him. Lee outside. Can they get it? And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. On the court for Indiana. Q, he's in at the point. Hill is out there with Splitter. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ellis in at the 2 spot. Feeds to Hill. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Sullinger. Bradley, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pick up by Hill. Q. In Indiana again missing. Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Crowder. And the shot falls short this time. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And now Ellis rolling the floor all by himself. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Indiana.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
The Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Out of hand on it. And another fast break chance here for the Pacers. Here we go.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Q. He's got 24 points and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor. And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Now Crowder. Johnson with a screen on George. Shot clock at 6. And Bradley gets it to go.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
To the inside. And the basket by Hill. And the Pacers lead by 10.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Bradley. It's rebounded by Indiana. Splitters got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Q. Here's the 3. And he gets it to go. Q's got 7 points for the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming up the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Some changes for Boston. Tyler Zeller comes in for Johnson. And it's Aminu in for Jay Crowder. The Pacers also with a sub. Jones is checked in. .139 left to play in the final quarter.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Left side, Bradley. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Indiana. They're on a 20-6 run.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Indiana.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Q. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Jones with the screen on Thomas. And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Q. Q's got 37. Thomas with the ball. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one